Now feeling settled into Morocco, day 9 started with Mike and me searching for waves. Here are some shots from the car I think represent the landscape well. We surfed for a bit and then went into a nearby village for lunch. We got tagine, which is a classic Moroccan dish. Meat and veggies are slowly cooked in a ceramic pot/plate over a fire, and fresh olives with every meal, of course. We headed back and Mike taught me how to drive a manual car. He was like an older brother while we hung out. He's a super nice guy and we connected on a lot of things. We went for another surf. This area was originally all fishing villages and only more recently has become a surf and tourism destination. That's right, more tagine for dinner. The next morning, Mike and I said goodbye with plans to surf together again sometime in the future. Mike went back to France and I checked into a hostel in the surf town called Tagazout, a little south of where the surf house was. The people at the hostel were awesome and I hung out with them the rest of the night. The next day, I explored Tagazout a bit. It's a small village that has grown a lot in the past 20 years. It's about 60% 40% mix of locals and travelers, known throughout the country for its warm weather, nice beaches, and proximity to the surf break anchor point. Morocco is a Muslim country with Arabic and Moroccan Berber as their official languages. French has long been people's second or third language here, but especially among younger people and in touristic areas, French is being phased out for English. I hung out with people from the hostel, realized my hairline's receding, and went out to a bar that night where I met Brahim Aidak, a local who's a famous bodyboarder. His face is on a mural when you enter Tagazout. The next morning, I had a really fun surf. I didn't have exactly the right board, but oh well, that's renting for you. I wish I could surf waves like this every day. Having these videos helps me realize a lot of the flaws in the form of my surfing, so it gives me something to work on. That night for Christmas Eve, the hostel threw a delicious dinner and we all hung out. Christmas morning was a fun one. I woke up before dawn and walked to Anchor Point with the call to Mecca echoing in the background. The waves were supposed to be decent and I wanted to be the first person in the water. After waiting on the water's edge until I could see a tiny bit, I paddled out. There was finally enough daylight to surf. Here's the first wave I think anyone caught in Morocco on Christmas Day. It was a fun surf and a beautiful sunrise. Here's that same wave, but from the shore. After surfing, I hung out at the beach. The next couple of days were very chill. With no good swell in the water, I mostly just hung out. I gave my friend Anir from the hostel a surf lesson and just enjoyed taking it easy and relaxing on the beach vacation style. Next up, the final week of exploring Morocco before heading back to Europe.